It worked tonight. I figured it out. So, I figured it out. We're getting started a little bit early, but we'll just wait for everyone else to show up, hopefully, by 5:30. But just to go over what we're making tonight, we're making a Swiss steak. Have you ever heard of Swiss steak? And is that music too loud in the background? Lindsay? Hi. Is that music too loud in the background? Yes. Okay, I'm going to turn it down. Okay, is that better? Is it better? I turned it down. Hopefully it doesn't sound too loud now. Okay, hold on. Too loud. Okay. We're live. Come here, Mama. You want to get on screen? Come here, Mama. Come here, Mama. Marley. Marley wants to be in the video. Hi, Frosty. Yay! Yay! My fans are here. That's so exciting. So we're making Swiss steak today. Come here. You want to come? Oh, no. She's scared. So anyway, we're making Swiss steak. Have you heard of Swiss steak? Do you know what Swiss steak is? Yum. It is very yum. However, yeah, it's made with the top round steak. So it's not like a ribeye or something like that, but it's still very good. Very tasty. Let me get it out of the fridge, actually. But have you seen that at the grocery store? It's the pounded down steak. It's very inexpensive. Yeah, protein, lots of protein. Because you know I love protein. Protein in every meal. I try anyway. I had my cottage cheese and strawberries today, and they were delicious. And then we had the turkey, leftover turkey. I know, me too. I couldn't live without protein. And then we had the leftover turkey for lunch. Oh my gosh. It was so good, even better than last night with the cheese melted. And it was good. It was delicious. I love it. But anyway, this is so fun, the summer series, don't you think? Because my goal is to, because groceries are so expensive that it's important to have meals that are inexpensive, easy to make. And like I said last night, you're not in the kitchen all night. So anyway, so tonight it's that cube steak. Have you ever seen cube steak in the grocery store? And you probably think, what do you do with that? Well, I make chicken fried steak with it all the time. And chicken fried steak is, I'll probably make it one night, but yeah, it's one of our favorites. And it's so delicious. But tonight we're going to use it for a Swiss steak. Angelina should be here soon. She said she was joining. And I also put this on Facebook. Did you see that? To invite more people. Hopefully. And it's on Instagram to invite people. But I know it's a kind of a tough time of night because people are just getting home from work or whatever. Thank you, Frosty. I like your smile. Yeah, thank you. And I love everything you've done for me. It's so exciting. And tonight with the Swiss steak, which we have, I'm gonna wait until 5:30 to get started. But Swiss steak originated in 1940. Can you believe that? Yeah. And then I remember it because not that your great grandma, my mom didn't make it, but I remember it because I was invited. I don't know. I don't remember how I learned about it, but anyway, and I thought, wow, that's interesting. And I've made it a couple times. I haven't made it I haven't made it in years, but it's good because it's almost like an Italian, and you would think Swiss steak is Switzerland, right? It's not. No, has nothing to do with Switzerland. It is when you use the term, and I just learned this, Swissing meat, just like it sounds. Swissing, I think. No, not Swiss cheese. Swissing meat means tenderizing meat. So if you're pounding it and you're tenderizing it, that's Swissing. So that's where it gets its name from. It's not a Switzerland dish. So it's probably a misnomer, but it's okay. It's got vegetables, and I always try to use things that I already have leftover vegetables in the fridge because you want to reuse those so you're not wasting. And so last night we used the peppers and the onion. So tonight I got to use the rest of those peppers and onions. And I even still have some green onion in the fridge. But I chopped up the green onion, the green pepper, the red pepper, some of the red pepper, and the onion. And then I had some mushrooms in there. So I'm going to add those in there because mushrooms are good too. They add kind of another depth of yumminess. And let's see, what else? And then my sauce is something that's going to shock everyone because I do it. Hi, Frosty. I do it differently than the old-fashioned way, but it's okay because actually this channel is Mary's way, right? So Mary gets to decide in this recipe. You don't have to follow this recipe, but if it sounds good, I do recommend you try it. Hi, Adam. Yay! My fans are arriving. This is so exciting. And I'm trying to get the stove in there tonight. Can you see it better? That's much better. I know I had to readjust things a little bit. But anyway, so Adam, we're making Swiss steak. Have you ever heard of Swiss steak, Adam? I just have to know. Because you're from Minnesota, and I know. I just have to know. Have you heard of Swiss steak? Did your mom ever make it? Okay. Well, like I said, it may not be an Eastern thing. It's one of those things. It was created in the 40s, and in the 70s, it was super popular, and then even in the 80s. But now, a lot of people are bringing it back because it is really good. And with grocery prices being what they are, cube steak is so inexpensive compared to a ribeye, which I love. Yeah. I love pie too. I love pie. And you know what? Okay, that's the other thing. You can serve this with mashed potatoes. You can serve it with pasta. I am going to use spaghetti tonight because that's one of our favorites. So, and that's what I had in the pantry. And like I said, I try to go to my pantry and figure out for the day what I have because I would love to go to the grocery store every day because I love the grocery store, but I don't go to the grocery store every day. So I try to use what I have so we don't waste things and then we don't spend all kinds of crazy money because everyone's food budget is just out of control right now. So I'm trying to help everyone with that. Let's see. Cook steaks. What kind of cook steaks did she make, your mom? I'm just curious. Yeah, I love ribeye too. I love ribeye steak. That's my favorite. Bone in, especially, just because it adds more flavor. But you know, boneless is fine. In a pinch. um. Anyway, so like I was telling everyone, is it's cube steak. And I'm sure you've seen cube steak in the store and you're thinking, what is that? Well, it's a top or bottom round, and the butcher's already pounded it, and that's why it has the funny holes in it. Okay. Yeah. So you don't, the Swiss steak is, you wait till you see this method because it allows it to not get overcooked. So we're going to start now because I don't want this. You can't, what happens is I'll show you, but this can go on for an hour, but today maybe 40 minutes, 45 minutes. Okay. Chicken tostadas are delicious. So anyway, this is a cube steak, okay? And it's already been pounded out because I already got it pounded. If you can't find it that way, you can pound your own, but I've never done that. I don't like that. That's too much work for me. So anyway, what I'm going to do, okay, is I'm going to, hold on. I'm going to get my stove, my butter going. So as you can see, I've got butter again, just about a tablespoon. So I know you think I'm addicted to butter, and I am, but it's okay. I don't care. But anyway, then I've got I'm going to use olive oil. A lot of people will use different oils. I like olive oil, so I'm going to use that. So I'm going to put that in the pan. But the butter also will help it around. Gracie's barking. No. Okay, so then we're going to turn this on. All right. And melt that butter and get the olive oil going. And she heard me set that olive oil down and she thought it was the door. Anyway, so that's what we're going to do. And then I'm going to dredge it in this flour. I got some flour out. Okay. Put some salt and pepper in it. That's all I did. Okay. Yeah. We're going to let that get hot. And we're going to dredge this. I'm going to put gloves on because when I use meat, I always put gloves on. Just because it's, well, I know I didn't last night, but when I use raw meat, I put But anyway, and I cut these okay, they come in big rounds usually, but I cut them in 4s to make them a little smaller. And I'm just going to pound it down into the flour, okay? Because as you can see, I'm going to make sure that flour sticks to those steaks. I didn't put anything on the steaks other than this. So I'm going to put them down here in this pan. I'm going to keep dredging. Dredge. Hi. Thank you for joining me again. This is number 2 of our series. Isn't this exciting? So I know, I can't believe number 2. Okay, so they're drudging. I got flour on them. I'm just putting them down in this pan here because then they'll all be ready to go in the pan. I don't want to start putting them in until the oil and the butter are melted and hot. Because you don't want to, if you put it in a kind of a cold pan, it's not going to be very good. Sorry to tell you that. But anyway, there's 4, I have 4 pieces. So if you were serving more people, keep in mind my recipes are just for 2 people, then you would want to make, you could buy 2 packages and cut them. In fact, I saw somebody cut them in strips. That'd be kind of good. I don't know. I've only seen them like this, but whatever. So let me put this over here. Get it out of the way. Okay. So now my pan is getting hot. Hotter, I should say. Okay. So we're going to be putting the steaks in the skillet. I'm going to remove this so you can see this. So I've got them, I put them on a parchment paper so to let them sit here, so then I can just put them in this when it gets hot. Okay, because all we're going to do is brown these. Okay, we're going to brown them and then take them off, and then we're going to add our vegetables. And again, I kind of planned this because I had vegetables. So that's kind of how I roll, is I plan things. I plan, hey, what do I got vegetables from last night, so try to think of something for tonight. But not always that I do that, but within a couple days. But anyway, let's watch these brown up. Okay. Hopefully you can see that. It's way better than last night, I think. I think it is. Way better. Okay. Okay, we're going to let these brown. Probably, and I always set my timer for maybe 3 minutes on each side. But we'll see how these go. But we just want them to brown on each side. They're not going to cook all the way through, okay? Because we're going to add them to this sauce that's going to cook for about 45 minutes. It can cook even to an hour. But we're going to do that. Okay. So if you have questions, is that a good view? Okay. Okay, perfect. Okay. So these will cook. Then we're going to put them back on this sheet pan. We'll just take that parchment paper off, okay? And then put them on this sheet pan to rest. And then while we saute the vegetables. Okay. The vegetables are I could slice up because typically it's carrots and onion and green pepper. But you can add whatever you want. Again, this can be customized. It's just I don't know what the original recipe has because I don't have an original recipe. But if you have a grandma or a mom that knows that, great. And then I even had some leftover mushrooms. I'm going to add those to try to use what I have. Now the steak's going to shrink up, okay? You're going to see that because all the meat fibers are going to get tense. But when it cooks in the tomato sauce, they loosen up and it's not as tense. So just so you know, that's kind of how meat works. So it's, it's the fiber. So anyway, I don't know exactly because I don't know that type of stuff. But anyway, it's okay. So, okay, 3 minutes almost up. I'm going to go ahead and flip them. And they look pretty brown. They look delicious. Hold on, I'm going to rinse this off. Okay. I always rinse my tongs off after I catch raw meat, just not to cross contaminate. It's really weird like that. But anyway, oops, I lost you guys. Whoops. Okay. Hopefully you can see this. Can you see the meat? I don't know what happened to my chat. Hold on. What happened? I think I touched the wrong button here. Hold on. Uh-oh. I can't see the chat. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. Can't see the chat. Just a second. I don't know what I did. Just a minute, guys. I messed up. Oh, man. I hit something and made it my screen go crazy. Now I can't see the chat. Okay, hold on. Well, anyway. I don't know what I did. I'm sorry. Hold on. I think I'm going to have to go out and come right back in. So I'll be right back. Just hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. I'm here. Are you guys there? Are you guys still there? Uh-oh. I messed up. I hit a button or something and made it go away. Okay, I'm back. Sorry. I hit some kind of button and made the chat go away, and I had to go back out and come back in. Oh, okay. Okay. Thank you. Anyway, okay. The steak is now off. Okay. And look, it's brown, but it's not cooked all the way through. So what we're going to do now, that we have a pan that has all the grease drippings in it from the meat and the olive oil and the butter and stuff. So we're going to, that is yummy, yummy flavor. And we don't want to get rid of that. So I have my bowl of carrots, green pepper, onion, okay, and I chopped up some red pepper because I have that. So we're going to put that in there, in those drippings. Isn't that exciting? So you don't throw anything out. This is really cool. And let's see. Okay. We're going to put it in there. I'm just heating it back up. Okay. So I'm going to add it in there. And hear that sizzle. Okay. And what's going to happen is we're going to saute those carrots and onions and peppers until they get tender. Hold on, get this bowl. So now I'm going to add those little mushrooms. I had just a few. Yes, thank you, Angelina. I do. I have tips and tricks. It's just years of experience, trial and error. That's all it is. I've made many culinary mistakes, and I'm sure I will continue in some degree, but, I try to now, at least I know, kind of. So now I'm going to add these mushrooms that I had. Those mushrooms are good. I wish I had more in that, but that was all I had. I had those left over from something. So you can also add some garlic if you wanted. I didn't chop it up, so but you could. So we're gonna let that saute for a little bit, and as hopefully you can see that sauteing. I'm not gonna move this computer again, but those are sauteing and getting nice and just kind of caramelized and okay. So just keep moving around. They'll get caramelized and hopefully a little bit soft, but not completely, because that's the problem with this dish. It has to cook in the sauce. That's okay. It's not really a problem. You could make this in the slow cooker if you just want to brown the meat. Is Crew watching? Hopefully he's watching. And Cece, is Cece watching? I hope. Anyway, so I'm caramelizing these vegetables, getting them all. Whoops, they're one of them. Okay. There went my onion. Okay, you're all set. Now, we're going to talk about the sauce, because I told you in the description, the sauce is a surprise. So, I recently made cabbage rolls, and the sauce I made was so shockingly delicious that I decided to incorporate it into the dish. It was so amazing. It was, so this has no cabbage in it, but this reminds me of cabbage rolls anyway, because it's got the meat and just, I don't know, it just reminds me of that. So, and I thought, it's an economical sauce, because we want something economical, right? So, everyone's grocery budget is different, and you don't want something that's going to cost $50 to make for one night. I mean, unless it's a special occasion or you just really want it. But anyway, for an average night, that's not what this is about. So, a dessert with this recipe. Huh, that's interesting. Maybe a cheesecake? I don't know. Thank you for sharing that. I don't know. I don't eat dessert every night. I certainly get cravings, but it's not. I told you guys from the beginning, this is not. You thought it was from Switzerland, don't you? It's not. It gets its name from Swissing meat. And Swissing meat means tenderizing meat. No, it's not. It's not Swiss cheese. It's not from Switzerland. So it is not even Swiss. So that's a misnomer. But it is still very good and very hearty, and it's got a comfort feel to it. So anyway, let's get to the sauce so we can get this started. Okay. Tomato bisque or tomato soup. That's one of the ingredients. I know. And just hear me out. It's very, very, very good. You'll be shocked. I know you think, oh, wow. And I don't put canned cream of anything usually in my recipes, but this tomato soup, I have tomato bisque, but tomato soup, Yeah, I know. It's so tomato bisque, it's so creamy. You'll be shocked of how this flavor profile works. So I'm going to add that in. No water, nothing like that. No water, just the can, the whole can. Okay. Now, oops, I can use this one. And I made this up myself. This was my own creation. Rotel. Just the original. Okay. And tonight I decided because we have so much meat, I'm going to add 2 cans of Rotel, but you can only add 1. But since this needs to be a saucy dish, we need to add 2 cans, I thought. So, anyway, here we go. This is the magic of this. So I told you this was going to surprise the heck out of you. So now we're going to heat this up. Okay. And with the veggies right now. All right. So I just added this sauce into those veggies. Wow. It looks so good. It really does. You won't believe the flavor in this. And you just want to mix it all up. And let's see. Can you see that? So I added. Yeah, it is kind of Tex-Mex. Yeah, it is. And you can do that with any recipe. Kind of make it, But it adds a spice because I think it would be boring. Usually people just add crushed tomatoes. Can you imagine how boring that is? You'd have to. I've only done the sauce like that with my cabbage rolls. I've not made Swiss steak in years. So I just thought it reminded me of cabbage rolls. So that's why I decided to do it. Okay. So I'm going to get it started. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my little steaks that got brown and I'm going to nestle them in, okay? We're going to nestle them into that sauce and vegetable mixture. See that? Now I'm going to try to cover them up with the sauce and the veggies if I can here. As covered as I can. I may have to flip them over. Okay, there we go. And you can always use a bigger skillet than this. Let's see. Okay. There we go. Now, this is going to cook. This has to cook. Hold on. Let me go over here. Okay. I got to grab a lid. I forgot my lid. I put my lid away. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to put the lid on. It's pretty full. Wow. I didn't realize I should have used a bigger skillet. Oh well. It looks so good. Because we're going to let this cook and simmer, if you can believe that, for 45 minutes. Okay. So, now, we're going to let it simmer. Now, that's why you could do this in a crock pot. You could do it in the oven. You put it in one of those Dutch ovens or whatever. But I just used that. So, it should be fine. As long as it's cooking. I'm going to set my timer. Hopefully, I may not get to show you plating, but at least you'll have an idea. But anyway, so I told you, you can... I love salmon. I love salmon. In fact, I was thinking about salmon. This is not unhealthy. The flour that I put on the steaks actually serve as a thickener for the sauce. So it'll help thicken. Well, you could let it simmer for 15 minutes, but the steak's going to be a little tough. So, okay, thank you, Angelina. But that the purpose of letting it simmer the longest is to help the steak get very tender. And since this top round and bottom round is kind of not a real tender steak to begin with, it needs and it can handle that. And like I said, the fibers in the meat will relax and it'll become tender. And I'm just going to keep kind of covering it up so that that'll really get tender. And the vegetables will get more tender too. So that's kind of the idea of Swiss steak. The last time I had it. Yeah, it's kind of a lean meat, but it's it can be tough, and that's not always palatable. And so you can serve it with mashed potatoes over mashed potatoes, which would be really delicious. And well, anyway, you could serve it with mashed potatoes. You can serve it with rice. A lot of people like it with rice. What do you think you'd like it with? Do you have ideas? So tonight I'm serving it with spaghetti just because that sounds good. Because you can put it over that. Oh yeah, Spanish rice would be delicious. Yeah. But I'm gonna put it over the spaghetti and the juices and the mashed potatoes. Oh, it's amazing with mashed potatoes. Yeah, it's got carrots in it. Carrots. It's not Spanish. I think it's one of those dishes that is, I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the origin is other than it's probably something that they made up back in the 40s and who knows. um, oh, I think they sell it at the dollar store hotel. I think they do. Yeah, I thought they did. I love Rotel. I think it's a great because it has so many peppery ingredients and it really adds a ton of flavor. But when I put it in my cabbage rolls, oh my gosh, it was so good. You have no idea. The cabbage rolls, oh, those were very tasty. I got to make those again. No, not a casserole. Cabbage rolls. You could put this in the crock pot. Cabbage rolls are done in a casserole. They're barking again. I know. Why don't you? Cabbage is so good. You just don't like raw cabbage, but when cabbage rolls, it gets real tender and it's delicious. It doesn't taste like cabbage. It doesn't make it stink that much. It's so good for you. But anyway, if you can see this, I got the lid on and it is bubbling away. And I'm just gonna turn it down and let it do its thing. Yeah, as long as 40 minutes. Who cares? An hour. And I saw somebody was cooking it for 2 hours. That's kind of seems like a little long, but anyway. Oh really? Cabbage is good for the prostate? I didn't know that. Tomatoes are good for the prostate. I know that. No, I, to be quite honest, I remember now. Okay, I I don't know if I should say this. When I was married to my first husband, Glenn, his mom made it all the time, Swiss steak. So it was my goal to learn how to make it. And I don't think I did a very good job. I can't really remember what happened, but, you know, you might want to ask her because she knows how to make it really good. I never had hers, but I think it's probably really good. But anyway, you don't meet a lot of people that know about Swiss steak. Grandma, my mom never made it. My grandma certainly never made it because she was Italian from Italy and she didn't. All she does is Italian food. But anyway, this to me, it doesn't have to be. It can be whatever you want it to be. It could be Italian style because you could put. I saw somebody put oregano and stuff in it. What does Frosty have to say? Did he leave? Where's Frosty? No, it's not like flank steak. That's a different cut. I'm not really sure what flank steak it compares to. This is, have you ever seen a top round or bottom round roast? Because you guys remember that because when I made, what was it? Oh, God, I can't think of the name of it. It begins with a B. Anyway, that was good. But it's kind of similar to that because that needs to be tenderized and cooked for a while. But yeah, it's going to be very tender and the veggies will be very tender. And that's really the name of the game in this. Yes, Fish Friday tomorrow. I don't know what fish, but I haven't decided yet. Do you have any suggestions? For Fish Friday? I love fish. But since I'm trying to keep this kind of budget friendly, I'd love to have my Chilean sea bass. That's my favorite fish right now. I like that better than lobster right now. Shrimp scampi, that'd be really good. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, that might be good. Crab legs at the Dollar Tree. Oh wow. That's a new one. I don't know. What do they look like? Are they good? You sure not the frog legs? I don't know. Like I said, I'm open to anything. Just tell me what sounds good. I'm open to trying new recipes, trying new flavors. I love that. Sometimes you make dinners you don't really like, but usually they're pretty good. But anyway, this is looking so amazing. And I have this oven here that's a commercial grade, and I always forget that it cooks so fast. And I forget that. And sometimes I overdo things because this thing is amazing. It's almost like a restaurant. It's a Smeg. Yeah, crab legs from the Dollar Tree. I don't know. I've never seen them. I'd have to see it. But anyway, this Smeg oven is amazing. I love this oven. I love it. I do. It's my dream oven. Well, except my real dream oven would be probably 6 burners, but that's okay. They probably have canned crab at Dollar Tree. I bet they do. I don't know. I've never had canned crab. Have you? I know they have canned tuna. I know that. I've seen that there. And probably canned salmon, but I've never had that before. This is, you can find a lot of different things. Anyway, right now I'm going to turn my pasta noodles on the water, even though I'm not going to really cook those until, about 15 minutes before we eat. So you can just put a bed of spaghetti down and put the Swiss steak on top with the sauce and the veggies. I really think it's going to be delicious. And I know that sauce sounds crazy, but wait till you taste it. It's incredibly good. It has an incredible flavor. And then, like I said, the steak, I drudged it in flour. So that is going to help the sauce thicken. I don't know if you've ever heard that before. When you do pork chops and things. And I don't know. I was thinking maybe tomorrow night, Fish Friday, even though I'm not Catholic, but I'm Christian. But I love just giving up meat for that day and just having just fish that day is just such a, I don't know. It's a good habit of ours. It doesn't have to be anyone else. Yeah, I love fish and chips. I do. I don't make good fish and chips. I've never fried fish myself. However, I was thinking maybe a shrimp roll. What do you think? Some fried shrimp on a roll. What do you think? Think that sounds good? I don't know. I have to think about this some more. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I get my best ideas when I'm sleeping. Well, I guess I'm not really sleeping if I'm thinking about food, huh? But yeah, shrimp, I know. And they have such good crunchy shrimp out. I don't know. I got to think about it some more. Oh, yeah, I love halibut too. I love all those, but sea bass is my most favorite. And the fact that Costco sells it in the bag, the little individual sea bass fillets. It's pricey though. It's very pricey. Yeah, I won't be doing that because this is a budget series. And so I'm trying to show that I can stay within a budget, hopefully, and I can help other people. That's my goal because groceries are so expensive right now, and families need help figuring out what to eat, especially some fast things. This might not be super fast, but it was easy. And, you have to kind of wait a little bit, but it's okay. Still delicious and hearty. I'm just kind of moving these little steaks around. But because okay, looks really good. Cece, hi Cece. Thank you for being here, supporting my channel. And please hit like and subscribe, please. It really helps. And this is fun doing a summer series. That way we can all benefit. And like I said, it's fun for me. I really had fun last night. So this is really fun tonight, of course. And I know you guys are having fun. And then you can serve this too with, I'm going to make, those frozen breadsticks. I'm going to make those to serve with it. Doesn't that sound good? And over some pasta. And it should be hopefully really good. I'm hoping. Like I said, I've never made it before, but I will certainly let you know how it tastes tomorrow night, for sure. Let's see. But I'm just kind of I'm kind of basting these steaks with the tomato sauce and the vegetables. The vegetables are going to be delicious. It's really amazing though. I do remember that how good the vegetables taste with all that. You wouldn't think so, but it tastes really good. Today was 113. Yeah. But it's okay. We have air conditioning. Yeah. Oh, it's 110 where you are. Yeah, I don't know. I just go by what's on my phone. It varies. I know in Scottsdale, Mesa, Phoenix, it kind of varies. But yeah, it's not fun. I don't like it. So I just stay inside as much as I can. The mornings are very pretty. I mean, it's not too bad. I wish it. Actually, they are predicting the monsoons next week. So that's kind of nice. When it storms in the afternoon, even though they can be kind of violent, but it's nice to get some rain just to kind of clear things up, because it's just miserable. And you go outside and everything's just so dry and dead. It's horrible. And hopefully it'll clear up and everyone will get a little relief, just a little bit. And this goes on until the end of October, some years. I don't know. So hopefully we'll get a few days of maybe some rain. That'd be nice. We can sure use that. And does anyone have any questions about tonight's meal? It's going to be delicious. And like I said, unfortunately, it's one of those that has to cook for a little bit because you want the meat to be tender. And I have it on low and it's simmering away. But that's this stove and this oven. It is, this thing is wild. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Everyone's is different, I guess, but this thing really cooks away. Mm-hmm. No, I'm not making rice. I decided on spaghetti. And I don't know why. It's just because I had so much in the pantry. And I thought, I'm just going to cook that. You could also do polenta. That'd be excellent. Or what else could you do? Well, I don't know. Whatever sounds good. I think mashed potatoes is probably what most people do with this, which is very, very good. It is kind of like a Spanish pasta. It is, in a way, because the way I made it with the Rotel, it's going to make it kind of Spanish tasting. But yeah, it's so good. It'll be saucy, and no matter what you put it on, it'll, I think, accompany it really well. It's going to be hopefully very delicious. Well, I'm going to wait till about 15 minutes before it's done, and then I'll cook the pasta. And then that way the pasta will get done, because you want that to be hot. In some cases, you can cook your pasta early and keep it and then add it to like a hot sauce. I did that with a fettuccine, which I'm going to have to make you, because that was really, really good. It was a green chili fettuccine. That was so delicious. So I'll have to make that one night. So we have so many nights left to cook. So there's so many good things, hopefully. But if you have any ideas, let me know. And, I was going to do tacos, but they're just not so original. I do make a taco, what is it? Oh, Buffalo Wild Wing taco, which is just using the Buffalo Wild Wing sauce. I chop up the chicken and put it in taco shells with a cabbage slaw. That's super good. So maybe I'll make that. That's really good. And yeah, so that's what we're doing tonight. And I wish I could show it to you plated, but unfortunately, it's got to has to cook for my timer. I set the timer. It's got 25 more minutes, and you want that steak to be tender. Or peanut noodles would be awesome, but unfortunately, not everyone likes peanut noodles in this house. So, but we could do some Asian noodles. That'd be good. What else? What other ideas do you have? Yes, I will post a picture. Yeah, I can post a picture of it when it's plated. I will do that. But thank you for joining me again. And like I said, I'm just going to cook this bowl of spaghetti to go with it. So I can just put that on top, and those frozen breadsticks. And I will post it on YouTube, the picture, when it's plated, I promise. I'm sorry I couldn't do that, but I don't want to keep you guys all night waiting for this, because I just wanted to give you an idea of how it's made, and then I will post a picture, and tomorrow night I will tell you how it tastes. I wish you were all here to taste it. I do. I really do. And anyway, it's, as you can see, simmering away. So, okay. So thank you. And you guys have a fun night. And tomorrow's Fish Friday. I'll think of something. And so thank you for joining me again. And please hit like and subscribe. And I will see you tomorrow night on July 10th. Depending on what I'm making, but probably between 5 and 6 p.m. And I will send out a reminder. And you guys have a really fun night. Thank you. Bon appetit. I'll post a picture real soon, okay? Bye.